All right. Great audio. I need to go here. I don't remember what I was doing in this game.
Listen clearly, Jacob. That vent in the far corner will get you to waste processing.
It does feel like it's running better. Oh. Can't hurt these guys. Okay. Ow.
Inmate, cease all hostile activity.
Oh, I see some hostile activity for you, sir.
Area secure.
Oh. Sucks. Yeah, a second here. Right. Hey, Cody. Sorry it took me so long to get into wanting to play this again. It's kind of waiting for the game to update and stuff since it was not working right before.
No activity detected.
I made it to the trap. Contact me when you get to the checkpoint. One last thing. There's a trap in there to keep the inmates from sneaking out.
What? Say what now?
Any more late night shifts? Welcoming. On my way. This is only a couple hours in, but you know what I heard though, Cody? This game is only about 8 hours long, so one of the things people have been panning about it is that it's not very long.
I made it. I'm at the checkpoint.
Good. Now get to the window. Tell us what you see.
I see Jupiter. Very pretty.
Oh, that's one hell of a view.
Yeah, you got the hell part right, bruh. It's a big storm blowing and you don't want to get caught in the middle of that.
Yeah, I see it. I got eyes on the hangar, too.
Yeah, that's our ticket out of here.
Yeah, ran plenty of jobs out of that place. Feels like a lifetime ago.
We will get you back to that life. You just gotta stick to the plan. Which means you need to get your ass to the habitat dome.
Well, how the hell am I supposed to get there?
No one said this would be easy. But trust, I've got your back.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, you should work down there, collecting research, you might say. I made some recordings. The software I uploaded to your core will trigger them when you get close. Just follow them and you will get to the dome.
And then what?
I'll pick you up at the tram station. Easy peasy.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, the game just...
No, you won't. You're going underground, man. No signal till you reach the dome.
Oh, that figures. Is there anything else you haven't told me?
Look, just get a move on, yeah? There should be a hatch nearby. And, good luck, Jacob.
Yeah, you too.
This game feels like it could have been a lot better in a lot of ways. Like, it's like they try too hard to make it too different from Dead Space while also not capturing what made Dead Space good. Hey, Flux. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy that remaster. I'm gonna wait and see what people say about it. But the game that this makes me kind of want to go replay again would be Dead Space 2 more than anything. Dead Space 2 is probably the best Dead Space game. Didn't I play that fairly recently? I feel like I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just thinking I did. I thought I went through the Dead Spaces. Maybe I just was playing Dead Space 3 with Flux. Forgot. It was very janky before Flux. They launched it with some weird issue. So some of the frame rates were really janky at first. It's working fine right now. There was like a 10 gigabyte update when I loaded it up today, so hopefully they fixed what was going on. The game looks very good. Lighting wise and everything, it's very nice, but yeah, I don't know either, Cody.
No, where is that recording?
There might be a couple coming out next year. I saw a list of some things that looked interesting. I don't remember off the top of my head what they are, but Elden Ring had a free update today for the gladiator arenas and stuff.
UJC printing.
So I might check that out. I'm not really a huge PvP guy for those games, but might be fun to look into. Dabble around a little bit with.
UJC printing. The highest quality. Have a united day.
This game feels like it would have benefited from like one more year of development and content added to it and polishing, so that it didn't have that janky beginning kerfuffle. So this game feels like to me. Yeah, I mean, there is some co-op stuff too involved in it. Like, you can do co-ops against bosses, I think, and stuff in the arenas. So it's not all just PvP, I don't think. I'm gonna try to get my brother in on that with me a little bit.
Entry 21A. Finally got transferred to West Processing. But this place is a kill. a way out from here. Main line that comes off of Tank 6 goes all the way to the dome. That red pipe. It drains right down to it.
I might play that Diablo. That Diablo is getting some pretty good early review stuff on it, so that might be something worth looking into. I haven't really ever played a Diablo. Those games always kind of passed by me. Uh-huh.
Nice.
Inventory full. Great. Forgot to sell stuff in the back there. Yeah, I can still sell. Great. Yeah, we'll find a nice place to sell. Can't pull that. Oh, there's a vent. Yeah, the first Diablos I was too young for, or like most of them StarCraft and Warcraft.
What was that?
Diablo 3 I could have got into, but I never did. I was interested in it when I remember seeing trailers for it, but just never got into it. Outlast Trials, I've watched the guy that I've watched for years play that, and that game just looks like Outlast. You're just running around away from it, like big scary monster dudes. But with, you know, a co-op element to it. It doesn't look that interesting to me. Now there's a follow-up to Outlast 2, and it's taken them how many years to not even have it out yet? How do those guys have enough money to just burn for that many years without selling a product? I always wonder that about some of these smaller companies that like pop out a game like once every decade, and they're like a small studio. I suppose if a game is good enough, the money lasts when it's a small team, but still. I don't know if I'm gonna really like Outlast Trials or not. I didn't like Outlast 2 that much, if I'm being honest. Yummy.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, buddy. What was that? Certainly just the wind.
Entry 21C. Guards on rotation. I've got to make this quick. There's a pipe leads to tank 6, yeah. I don't see any access. I've got to find a way inside.
What, Cody? Oh. Up here. Anything special?
Where am I going?
I don't know. Where are you going? Up here, I guess. I don't get the I hope for Kenobi. Why are you here? Part of that joke. What is that from? If it's from the show Kenobi, that show deserves to be forgotten anyway.
Nice.
Starfield, who knows? We'll see. I'm kind of leery. Starfield looks like one of those super ambitious Todd Howard brainchild projects.
I need to find another way.
That's been in the oven for how many years now? I mean, we're going on 12 years since Skyrim, and this is the next big thing from them since then, really? Other than the Fallout entries, which were not exactly received the best. Especially Fallout 76. I think people generally liked Fallout 4, but it was still, I don't think it was quite what people hoped for in some ways. What am I supposed to do? Not sure. I haven't watched Clone Wars. You guys know this by now. We've had this discussion. You know I've never watched that. So of course I'm not going to get a reference to that show. Plus, Star Wars is basically dead to me anyways at this point. Except for Andor, that was a decent show. I don't think I would be able to tolerate that show. All right, here. Not really exactly a fan of that animation style. I've definitely brought it up before. You just don't remember. Or if I brought it up, it was so long ago now. Maybe it was before you guys were even on the channel. I don't even remember who I talked about it with on here. Yeah, it's either it was so long ago, because I don't specifically remember telling you guys, so. Oh, I guess I didn't tap E fast enough. That thing ate my face. My face. See it. See it before, but now I see it. Yeah, Cody, yeah. I actually never finished that game technically. I mean, I never finished the expansion, the Blood and Wine. It fizzled out there. So, I mean, I finished a lot of it, but...
Looks like it's cross-wired. Draws extra power. That's why it needs 2 fuse boxes. Wait, what the hell was that?
Something else in power-wise in here I need to mess with? I guess that's over here. One of the reviews for this game was talking about how this game didn't feel scary. I don't know if that's a symptom of just playing too many horror games or what, but I agree, like, this game is not felt intense once to me. Not really. It's not like Dead Space has the same effect as it once did on me either, but No, like Outlast. Okay. So there's like two types of horror games to me. There's intense like chase games, which is what Outlast is. But I don't consider Outlast. So I consider Outlast that category. And Outlast, after the first time playing it, kind of loses a lot of its actual scare factor to me. But there's games that get under your skin and are more creepy are the ones that stick with me usually. And Dead Space mixed the action with the creepy factor very well. Did a very good job at that. This is why it stood out to me. Like, I had very quiet sequences of like just weird whispering voices and stuff that this game doesn't do. This game is just constant. Look at all the gore. Like Dead Space has like the scene with like the dude just banging his head against a wall, and you just hear it down the hall, boom, 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 before you ever get to him. and then you get to him and he slams his head into the wall and kills himself. Just stuff like that. So I tend to like things that like just do like really spooky stuff without like having to like throw monsters at you every 5 seconds or make everything a runaway from the monster. If a game can pull off it, you don't know exactly what you're dealing with. That fear of the unknown is better than anything. Like probably one of the last games that really spooked me was probably Subnautica, if I'm being honest. That's not even actually a horror game, but like just the unknown depths of the ocean, you know? Hearing weird noises in an alien ocean is way spookier to me than a bucket of gore in my face. Dead Space 2 is less of the creep factor and more just high octane insanity, but it still did some psychological insanity stuff really well. That was very intense in a very spooky way.
Happy United Day.
There's not, unfortunately. The company that made Subnautica is releasing or has just released a freaking tabletop simulator game of all things. That's what they've been working on after that Subnautica Below Zero game. What's this? That's a fear. That's a fear, dude. That was lovely. What was the point of turning that? Just to get attacked by little monstrosities in here? Haha, game. Very funny. I wish there was another Subnautica coming out. Those games are great.
UJC Printing for all your needs.
already go in here? Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot I was even in here. I'm not even thinking straight tonight. I guess that opened the door back up for me. Is all that did. If there's anything about this game though, literally crashes as I say that. If there's a good thing to say about this game though, I do like its overall like sci-fi gritty aesthetic style. I do like that style. Literally, as I was about to praise the game, it hard crashes. That's great. I did get killed by one of those little larva things
Make a
once,
selection.
and they will freaking shove themselves into his mouth and go down your throat. They kill you. Some of the deaths in this game are pretty good too. You get the death animations. A lot of the deaths you just get your arm like ripped off though and you just die. That's it. Weird, they like disappeared. I think I'm gonna start dabbling in Tarkov again once it wipes. A little bit at least. And be reminded on why I don't play it. Come here. From there. I don't know what was going on here. Like experimentation to me.
Adams, if you get this, I'm heading for the dome. They've sounded the evacuation. I found Kaylin, but had to leave her behind. She was catatonic in some kind of cocoon. I'm going to try and contact Mahler. Maybe she can still save us. If you find this, just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, looks like that didn't work out for you, buddy.
Nice.
Voice. Wait a second.
Number 6.
Entry 21E. I think I found a way to reach the dome. Just got a train and a tank. Yeah, and then up the ladder to the access hatch. Yes, sir. Just wrapping up. What? First, I've got to nick the console code.
Should look for that guard.
It also doesn't help this game that I just got off playing God of War Ragnarok. That's what it's going up against. And we just finished that.
UJC Printing for all your needs. Print finished.
Hang on. I did not need to do that yet. Where full still. What do you mean? What do you mean? Alright, we'll just use one. Kill the virus. It's the cocoon lady.
Poor bastard.
Nope, not a lady. You are not dead completely, eh? Lovely. Shoot they tentacles. Oh. Okay.
Got it.
Listen, if you can hear this, just shoot the tentacles or smash them with your baton. It's the only way. Otherwise, they just get bigger, stronger. I can hear them. They're coming this way. I'm not gonna let them get me. I'm not gonna end up like that.
Well, you didn't end up like that. You got your request. On the job, safety, first priority, 273 days since last accident. About that. Almost died right there. Before we do that, health over here. Right in. All right, I'll be right back for a few minutes. I'm just gonna go get a drink really quick. The DMZ mode, Flux. Mostly just haven't thought about it much, and also Modern Warfare 2 has been hard crashing on PC a lot, and that's annoying to deal with. I think I'd probably like the DMZ mode well enough. I just haven't given it a shot.
Purge cycle initiated.
Here we go.
Have you played it? I'm guessing we're getting a boss fight or something.
Purge cycle in progress.
What the fuck?
Warning. Anomaly detected.
Oh, this thing again. Oh, it's dead.
Warning. Warning. Third cycle complete. Access hatch open. Please activate ladder control.
Was he just saying what the F about this guy? Yeah, I didn't realize there was a bunch of people up here. All cocooned. You, it doesn't tell you if you killed a person or an AI. I didn't say I wouldn't play DMZ. I said I wasn't really that interested in Warzone. I think I just said that DMZ is... at first, everyone thought it was going to be kind of like a Tarkov mode, but it really isn't, from all the people who play Tarkov have said. That's the only thing I think I remember hearing about it.
Come on! Come on!
Hatch sealed. Beginning pressure check.
Okay, so it doesn't give you any kind of flag, or it doesn't say like so-and-so killed so-and-so or anything like that, like Warzone does. Or who killed who or anything like that. Okay, gotcha.
Damn thing won't quit.
Stinks.
Pretty sure everything stinks in here, dude.
I guess
Pressure check complete. Releasing gate valve.
Releasing gate valve.
Well, that was interesting. Yeah, I just figured there'd be some indicator you killed the player over AI in Call of Duty.
This fucking place.
Oh, she showed up briefly again, Cody. We released her from the cell she was in, and he's like, I'm gonna go do things on my own because I'm a girl. And we haven't seen her since. But we have seen her since the opening. Briefly. She has been seen. Yeah, Flex, when you team up... Hey, Tad. It's alright. A little bit jank. Flux, did when you team up, like, doesn't then not allow you to team kill after that or get penalties or anything like that? Holy cow. Can't believe I survived that. Yeah, like, did you see what happened there, Chad? Yeah, did you just see what I just did though? You were here already when I was fighting in this hallway. There was a moment where I was fighting one enemy and then the game just like turned me around fighting a different enemy completely, letting the other enemy turn into a stronger enemy. Like, it just does dumb things like that. Like, I didn't mean to turn to a different enemy, but there's not really a way to lock onto enemies in this. It's whatever's in front of you type of thing. Yeah, there's some things about this game that are a bit... I was telling Cody and Flux that I feel like this game would have benefited from another year of them working on it and adding more to it. I've heard the campaign is only about 8 hours long total too, so not very long either. Not that I'm expecting a 40-hour experience from this, but... It's not that much smaller of a studio, though. That's the thing. That's not really an excuse for this game. It does feel like less experienced people worked on this game compared to like the Dead Space games. Like Dead Space feels more polished compared to this. Thing here, huh? What's that? Okay. As one of my favorite YouTubers says, oh no guys, it's red. Red means scary. He'll probably say that when he gets here in the game. I mean, the guys who made this, Tad, they were being funded by the PUBG people, so it's not like the PUBG people are short on money. Yeah, they were originally...
Nice.
One of the weirdest things about this game is they were originally going to put this game in the PUBG universe canon. They decided to not do that. So this thing that attacked me is probably one of the cooler enemies in this game. But the problem is this is like the 10th time I've been attacked by the same exact enemy in animation. So it's like it's boring after a while. Like it's not that it's a bad enemy, it's just that like it's the same exact situation every time. Yeah, that's what it originally was pitched as, Tad. When this game was first released or first talked about. They were like, yeah, it's going to be set in the PUBG universe. And everyone was like, that's interesting. And then they slowly, over time, decided, you know, that sounds very stupid. Especially as PUBG lost its popularity. I know, right? You mean this game shares the same universe as the game where people are, like, doing ollies in a freaking... riding in ATVs across the landscape, getting in stupid antics against each other? I mean, I could see how they could do that. Like if you were to say the PUBG people, the PUBG characters you are and being dropped out of the plane are all prisoners fighting for their freedom or something, and we're a prisoner in this game, so I could see it a little bit, but still silly.
Whoa. Wasn't that something?
Very pretty. Is indeed.
I made it through.
Yeah, I thought it was weird.
Loud and clear, bro. Good timing, too. I'm getting close.
Okay, I got eyes on the tram station. I'll meet you there.
Not so fast. See that building, oxygen processing? There's a security station inside. You need to get there to lift the lockdown in the dome. Can't dock the tram until you do.
Got a feeling you weren't telling me everything.
Yeah, even the enemies don't feel nearly as spooky as or as intense as necromorphs do. Oh, great. I hate these guys.
Ending. Return to your cell or designated work zone immediately. Resume.
See, I thought I could fight those things. Apparently not. They told me I can shoot them in the head in a tip, and I tried that, and then it ripped me into pieces. So, like, I guess I just have to avoid this. The tutorial 2 tip comes up. You can shoot this robot in the head. I'm like, okay. Shoot it in the head. Proceeds to stomp me into the floor, literally. Like, okay, sure. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. It's been a long time since I saw that one. I just remember Iron Man having those like those suit darts that like targeted and like hit all those enemies in the face at the same time. He like came out of his shoulders in that movie.
Gotta call another tram from Black Eye. Oh, we have to contain this. The tram that just left could be crawling. I don't care. Give me the code. Open this door, you bastard!
Unit online.
Money. No real moolah. The game crashing again. Yep. Indeed. Ten out of 10. Highly polished game. Definitely should have been released for $60.
UGC Printing. Have a united day.
Might do a completely different game after this that I've heard is. It sounds like a game I'd like. It's called Pentiment. It's like a RPG murder mystery, but it's done in the style, like the art style of done in the style of what do you call it? Like old woodcuts from like the Middle Ages. The way the art is, and you have to investigate a murder and stuff, and apparently like 30 hours, but you know, your decisions alter the course of the game, you know, that sort of thing. And you have to pick different choices and stuff. Yeah, they got brutalized online because, I mean, the game deserves it, frankly, in a lot of ways. Mechanical harvesting.
Gotta find a way back there. I need that code.
Alright, we'll go with botanical first. The thing about this game is that, like, when a game like Doom Eternal that has like 30 enemies on screen at the same time runs on my computer without a single crash or error at 4K resolution, and this game is janking out and crashing when there's like 2 enemies on the screen, and that game came out years ago, and I have a 3080, your game has issues. It's like, that's why people are giving it crap. There's just, the standards are too high now for a game to come out and it not work correctly. Yeah, yeah. One of the reviews I said was comparing this a bit to Cyberpunk, but in that way.
Nice.
Aesthetically, the game is great. I'll praise it for how it looks overall, but kind of a chore to play, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't sell. Okay. That's a gun schematic? Hang on. As well use my health. Skunk gun schematic. Quite the name. The enemies just aren't that creepy or interesting to me either. They're just like slightly weirder zombies. Maybe not.
UGC printing for all your needs.
Like, you had a lot of fun playing it, Cody? I think it's alright. I thought the game was okay. Shotgun.
Error.
Do not have the money for it. Now I have the money for it.
UGC printing, the highest quality. Cycle complete.
Well, you are the fertility god, Cody. I would hope that game left you wanting more.
Invalid selection. Please make a valid choice.
Very appropriate for you. Well, I don't have any health. It's gonna be interesting. Any health back here that I missed? Hey Tad, guess what? Jobin got Kappa this wipe on Tarkov. He sent me a screenshot of him with it. Yeah. He's been running around with a sweaty 5-man crew, so. Time they just got a lot of the achievement or a lot of the quests done. He realized he was pretty close to it, so he just decided to get it done. I'm just gonna die walking in this fog, aren't I? Yeah. Rip. I wasn't surviving that. No help. Just say what I did. No, I don't think I did. Right. I have to go down here again. Then to save this.
UJC Printing at your service.
Nice.
Unit online. User assumes all liability for use of this crate. Have a united day.
Alright, we're in a better situation for this part at least. Gosh. I need to stop playing this tonight. If it keeps crashing like this, especially if it just restarted my progress again. Maybe I'll just start trying to play that Pentiment game for a little bit tonight. Hey Tad, are you still here? So that Pentiment game is made by Obsidian, by the way, the guys who did Fallout New Vegas and stuff. It was like a side project from them. Yeah, you might like the game. You should. You don't have Game Pass though. The game's like $20, but I heard it's really a good game. It'd be one of those games where like two people could play it and then talk about like what their experiences were, because your paths through the game are that different, type of thing.
Nice.
They're super annoying is what they are. Game crashes again, I might switch over to that for a little bit. It's on Game Pass and I have Game Pass. Oh my gosh. Stop. Oh my effing F. Screw you. Well. Yeah, that's about how the game's treating me right now. So that's appropriate.
Remember, the UJC is here for you. Have a united day.
Today, Slayton. Tad, I've been watching Pesley's hardcore series from this wipe, and there was just a few like episodes where he was just getting like one tabbed by people over and over. I was like, welcome to my world, Pesley, because he always acts like he's completely taken aback by it. Because he's just not used to getting pancaked that much. Gosh. Alright. Well, I guess we're not playing this anymore. It's hard crashing right there. That's what I said. Really annoying. Seen something this bad before, I just can't think of what it is offhand. All that. Alright, let's look for Pentiment. Pentiment, found it. Alright, that's installing. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish the freaking game if it crashes that hard right there repeatedly. Game is only 10 gigs, so it should be up pretty quick. Right, we're almost about halfway for the install. It is cool how many good games are on Game Pass. That is one thing Xbox and Microsoft does right, is their Game Pass stuff. Yeah, Callisto Protocol should have been a Game Pass game. Oh, really? I mean, I'm decently looking forward to that game. Hopefully, it's a good improvement off of the first one. Eight point one gigs out of 10, almost there. Stylized. All right, here we go. I don't think I can read that. That's not English. What am I supposed? Doing here? Oh, I can erase the whole thing. Why am I doing that? Huh? Okay, interesting. Socrates. back. Reminds me of Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Quite the start. Him dreaming. Good morning, Ursula. Who I'm under. Time to get up. Baron, April 1518. Few more pages. Walk around back and forth and things. Really should clean this up. Picturex, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. Prior Ferenc keeps giving me all of these books to read. In our house. Ursula. Under food. Doesn't really say much. Hello, Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto stopped by? Yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas. That's kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we? Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 Goshen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Pita's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. Huh, it like changes the way they're speaking, like the pronunciation. That's interesting. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. Oh, bless you, Andreas. And may St. Luke watch over you today. Oh, it switched from oh, bless you to oh, God bless you. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Fenric allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after. A few missteps. Some wandering. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in passing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. It's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now I have to go. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Hello, Andres. So, where do I go? Andreas. That's Peter. God bless you. Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been awful. They add God to it. That's funny. Town's gone to shit since my days. Were things very different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customers or our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that. Christ. Oh, that's funny. It just said, Matthias knew that Moss was in our hearts, so then it got edited to say Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. Interesting. You think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? Huh, sharper than you look, huh? The saints weren't the first to watch over casting. My father knew that. Old Renning Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. What do these traditions entail? When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Oh, how interesting. Cough, cough. I should go. All right. God bless you. Is anyone still here, or did you guys all leave the moment I started this? Alright, I guess we go this way. Big Jorg. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me, Lord knows how long to pull it out. Yeah, I guess Cody and Tad evacuated immediately. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh, just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you sent your... Where was it you spent your wanderer before you came to Lassing? Oh, I get to do background. Italy. Italy, Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy? No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I've got that long, Big George. What did you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Hedonist. Reading mostly, and talking about books. I couldn't get enough of it. Venice is filled with incredible printers. Florence continues to illuminate beautiful manuscripts. And the books they produce are treasures. Everyone. I didn't realize that books meant that much to you. I've seen Father Thomas' Bible and a few other books. I haven't had much use for reading, though. Anyway, I have to get going. George, let's go. Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Oh, Andreas. Interesting. Okay. That way. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks like a lot of standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse me. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. I offered to help. You get Socrates or a fool to give me advice. Again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I'll probably just get in their way. Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? Well, no. Then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh look, there's something going on up at the Steiner's place. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Claire's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my men's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What, Anna Haiti? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Horse, see you later. Hope you're out near your cousin, alright? You shit, Andreas. Balls. Whoa. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Mary and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till e Spiegel. I realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from... adventure stories of questionable moral repute. He doesn't mind those so much, actually. No? As long as they don't get too carnal. Oh. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Oh, I thought you left, Cody. I thought you were like, nope, done with this. Thought you face planted, maybe. Of course, thank you. Great, I'll tell Murray and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. God bless Master Mahler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Thank you, Father. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Sigh. Andreas, do you think I like saying these silly things to people to get them to come to church? Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Muller, this is Lorange, Baron of Rothbagel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place is crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. How was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god. No offense, father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to here so. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey, and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Passea he was reading during my last visit. It's a murder mystery with, like, your choices, like, will change how the game ends, I think, Cody. So it's just, you know, doing setup right now. There's going to be a murder, and then we have to start trying to investigate it. Father Matthias was hoping to find to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss these things past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gurnoff, and I have come to check on its progress. What's interesting, Cody, is if you watch the text dialogue, it's like getting edited, as if we're like watching someone edit the manuscripts to like look better in the future or something. It's interesting. They're like doing like a commentary on history and revisionism that way. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. It is an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Here. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. I'm going to make friends with someone. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Oh. See, so I just changed my path here. I can either go to dinner at the Abbot to meet with these, like, elite people, or go into the village and meet with the, like, common folk. So, already I'm changing my paths here. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Right. Excellent. We'll see you then. Call us. I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years, at Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him in trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Ah, no. He was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree, wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. No. My family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? That was weird. It, like, erased them. No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Can't do imperial law. Law. I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law, nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. You. If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz, Rathgoven. Perched as dogs, tearing you to pieces would be too kind a fate. Oh, okay. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, one of your early time in university. Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Poultice sounds like a lot of fun. I used my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric? How? Mystic texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. Please be discreet about it, my lord. Yes, that's why we will talk about it later. He didn't like that. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at? I love studying the natural world, my lord, both the heavens above and the wild spaces around us. Heresy intensifies. Formerly, I studied as much astronomy as I could. It's incredible how much we've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks. True, but even now we continue to discover more about what we can see within the celestial sphere. What began as pagan myths to explain our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. And this may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness, learning about plants and animals. Really, do the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity? I don't mean to malign our most august Greek and Roman authors, but De Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. Surely there's more that we can learn about plants, insects, and animals by observing them in nature. And beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places. While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of a walk in the woods. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Caruso at all? My family has been patrons of Caruso for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Caruso still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. This is as good a place as any to create art. Certainly, though I'm sure you miss the comforts of Nuremberg when you're stuck in a drafty old abbey like this. I'll get back there soon enough. I'm in no rush. That's good for me since I still appreciate the abbey's work. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no. I do know the artist well, the venerable brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. And I very much look forward to seeing it. Michaelis, tend to the horses and baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. The abbot or abbey? The pronounced abbey? Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Why were they closed? Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature, after all. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothagal. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I am not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with that Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium, now. Why are you taking this out on me? He's not my problem. Shit, I should have asked him about an advance for the Gertner's taxes. Yeah, I could just convince Brother Matthean to pay me early. Or Matthew to pay me early. Okay, we have maps and stuff. Seems pretty fully featured for what it is. Right. Bless you, Brother Piero? No, wait, it's Master Myler. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell the pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. I'm also much more handsome. Well, I wouldn't know. God has saved me from the temptations of beautiful men. You'll just have to trust me then. Not a chance. Have a good day, Sister Marguerite. God bless you, Master Mahler. Bless you, Master Mahler. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes Steinoren received yesterday. What? Saffron? Really? Where did you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Maybe you can convince Prior Ferrick to get some for your yellows. Good to know. Are you in need of any herbs or flowers? I could pick some for you on my next trip through the meadow. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll go gathering in the forest later. Till later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Sachia one of these days. Matthew maintains a shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. A reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. Oyster. St. Luke, patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. Bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? The brothers and sisters are well. So I am well, thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. I'm quite interested in it. Sai Liger Italiano? Can you read Italian? No, little Italian, and my Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it. He has the time. I'm sure he'll make time. He is a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Until then. These medicines were made by Agnes Steinerin with some help from Sister Gertrude. Alright, where do we need to go here? Garden. Where are you? I'll give you help, Master Mailer. Brother Sabat, I'm surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I'll be leaving soon, returning to Rome. And I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. To travel to Ethiopia, Master Mahler, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you're ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it'd be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind of words with the baker and his wife. Ah yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable with you if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. Cemetery, huh? Feeling we'll explore a lot more soon. Oh, look at this. This is cool. A Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Yeah, I don't know about that. Kind of spooky. Victorium is. Sacristy. There. God bless you, Andreas. How was the sacristy today, Matteo? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mahler? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing. I have a favor to ask of you. Yes, Andreas. I was hoping you could give me the pay for my latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. Can't you make an exception this once? Not without good reason. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble, not only for Kierzan, but for Lassing as well. That's why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the Gertners. What is this about, Andreas? I would like to help the Gertners pay their taxes to the Abbey. The Gertners' failure to pay their taxes have reached even you, I see. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mahler. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gernot and Prior Fenric. Thank you, Brother Matthias. God bless you, Andreas. Okay. Invent someone. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly to make sure she receives it. Abbot Dutrick from the height of Kierzan's power in the 14th century. Those days have long passed. Lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. One of these parts must move somehow. Huh. That was it. Now what? Secret door to the library. What? Okay. Secret ancient library. I'll have to remember this. Welcome back, Fluxy. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big Door Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adak has been here long enough that he can always smell. We can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guai, the father of the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elijah outside of Bethel. I know that story. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok? I'm comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothagal had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothagal. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no. Baron Rathagal, this manuscript. Oh no, Baron Rathagal, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he is visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Guy, someday you will stand where Piero is, and a young monk will stand where you are now. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothagal is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prime Bishop of Friesing. Pearson is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, Prior Ferenc isn't here. I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indermar manuscript. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indermar manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone, or... Why do you want to know? It'd be nice to have something to think about during, reading. Divine reading. Have you considered the Lord? You really are a cloud on a sunny day, Andreas. Did I just get the book? Hug. That's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Luminata to get it. Sister Luminata. Grace needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Andreas. Mr. Illuminati, I'd like to borrow the Ender Mirror manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering to see. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. What do you mean? It's all my work. My son, you're copying the illustration from the Endermar manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes. It's wonderful. But I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, in their most sublime form. These images illuminate a path to truth. It's more important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of hours will outline us all. Or outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just thoughts of an old monk. There is no place for the monistic scripture anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Why is that? Why has Kirso kept this up for so long? Some people, some places have difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought truth. I think there will always be places for artists like you and Brother Adok. And Brother Guy. Kind of you to say, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for it. I've lived a long life and happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Where has the time gone? It is already Thursday, whatever. Too much talk. I must ask for forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Till later, Andreas. Till later. What are you up to? What's going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Luminata. I knocked a bowl of paint on the floor. But then Prior Farron came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Prior Fenric should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. Fully agree. Delicate or not, all books should be treated with the utmost care. Many contain precious wisdom that can aid even the unenlightened in growing closer to God. Then should be protected and cared for. They should be protected and cared for. This is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz? No, it is not. Not unless it pertains to your work, or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about, Lorenz? Rothfugal, why is Prior Fenric so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. Now, about this, Andreas. If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books about the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I've been looking for. Find them and return them to me. First books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Aeneas shows his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. Clear, take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. True, but that doesn't mean women can't take pride in their vocations. In the City of Ladies, Christine de Pizan defended women of all classes by showing their value to society. An admirable effort, but even if we do exactly as we are told, we are portrayed as vehicles of sin. Temptresses and seducers by virtue of our sex, even when men are the aggressors. Even in the Abbey, we must travel in pairs, lest we tempt the brothers or others. And here in these pages, Virgil casts Dido as Aeneas' seducer, though it was the gods that thrust her into his arms. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry for men. Now the books, if you please. Thank you. Next, Wretched Gurun. This is a printed copy. Green cover, diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I was reading it. Where is it? Right there. Let me go over here for a second. I can't check anything with that. Video of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco of Ugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forget the best part. In the end, Gurren learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. The harm. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but boons like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all in me, all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, you must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? I understand. I'd hate to loan a book and never get it back. It'd be like losing a limb. Well, perhaps a small limb. Or my little finger. Regardless of the size and importance of the body part in question, I understand and appreciate it. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amadea Rusco's property. The book, please. There's only 1 book left. Then you'll be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 2 inches thick. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Maybe I should have learned French at some point. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? I'm sorry, but I just love books too much to let this go without knowing what it is. Curiosity can be a dangerous thing, Andreas, especially in a place like this. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Interesting. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of 1 bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loves books. Loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if their content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. Is there a law we must contend with, not your emotions? The Church was wrong. I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas. And Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision. When Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here. I do, so do Mother Cecilia and Father Gernot. Do I let her destroy the book to get her knowledge? I'll refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? Read it and become a French heretic. I'm not sure. I'll hide it. Keep it safe. Give me that book or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothigal. I propose a compromise. I will take the book from the Abbey, far away. It'll be gone, but I'll be gone by the time Father Gernot asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. Swear I'll take it far away. It's been out here for years, and besides, how could you have stopped me? I'm trusting you in this, Andreas, against my better judgment. Don't make me regret this. Cool, okay. We kept the book. Nice. Now then, Baron Rothigal, quickly though. I need to finish here soon. Mentioned finding a copy of Historia Isaiah. He says it had some scandalous details in it. I also know Father Matthias had a copy that was looking for another to verify its contents. You know anything about the book? I've heard of it, but I've never read it, and I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. What about that could have upset Father Matthias so much? I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understand him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It is not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. Could something in the book have led Father Matthias to a crisis of virtue? Virtue is only found in crisis. Without it, virtues are little more than ideals. So perhaps there is merit in that idea. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. What are you smiling about? I am filled with the joy of books. You are a strange man. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. I smell for sex. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. Let's see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. He is working by the guest house below the abbey. I think I'm gonna call it good for now. Good night, Flux. We'll pick it up later. Talk to you later, dude.